Okay, so I'm on, and it is like 11 something at night. So we'll see what comes on. I am up cutting peppers. Because what should you do at 11 o'clock at night on a Friday night? You should be up cutting peppers. That's what you should be doing, Louise. Cutting peppers late night. So we'll see who comes on if anybody does. Because I know this is like such an off time to be online. If no one comes on, no worries. I will get off and then I will, you know, watch a little Netflix while I cut. So why am I cutting peppers at 11 o'clock at night? You might ask yourself, so why is she cutting peppers in the middle of the night? It's because I'm doing a gourmet ramen night tomorrow and I need to prep. And since I fell asleep early and I'm awake now, I decided be productive. Don't sit in your bed and look at YouTube videos. Be productive. Put a knife in your hand and cut some peppers. And then I think I'm going to cut up some onions and caramelize some onions. So if you're on here watching, what's up? Um, there's been a lot going on in the beauty community. And I've officially backed out of my commentary. I decided that I was not going to give it any more of my energy. And I'm just going to watch it play out. Hi, Jenny. So I'm cutting peppers. And these peppers are beautiful. Oh, my goodness, they're gorgeous. So I'm cutting these peppers for my ramen night. Because I really. Hi, Maria. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Michelle. So I'm cutting these damn peppers because I know me. I'll forget about them, and then it'll be like the last minute I'm trying to cut these peppers up. Yeah, well, because I went to sleep. Hey, Tab. Hey. Hey. So, hey, Shannon. Hey, I'm on your time, right? Right? Okay, so yeah, I was sitting there. I fell asleep early, and then I need to make some of these smaller. I'll cut them up a little smaller, finer in a minute. So I was up, so I decided to get up and do some work because I fell asleep early, and then I woke up. These are sweet peppers. This is for ramen night, so I'm doing red, yellow, and orange. Because I don't like green peppers. They're too bitter. So I like these. And so I can't find my actual really good sharp knife. I don't know where it's at. I better stop. I better stop swinging this knife, or I'm gonna get demonetized by YouTube on some crazy shit. Hey, Karen. So I said, get up instead of sitting here, because I was just like trolling. Right, you gotta have the tricolors. Um, I was I was sitting up there looking at, just scrolling through YouTube, and I said, why don't you just get up, go live, and talk to people and actually do some work? Yes, this is not my good knife, and I don't know where my good knife is. Well, I have one of my good knives, but it's my really big good knife, and I'm scared of it. You know how you got that one knife that you be like, no, I ain't fuck with that knife because it's too fucking much? That's the one that I can find. I have the perfect one, but I don't know what I did with it. It's packed away someplace because I have not cooked really since I got here. My eyes look really light in this light. I like it. So, because so for the people who don't know, did y'all see, the people who know me on Facebook? Did y'all see I got punked by a bird at my old house? I officially got punked by a bird. Let me go find this other one. Okay, I'm gonna use the danger knife because this is getting on my nerves. Hold on. So let me show y'all this knife. This motherfucker looks like I'm about to kill somebody with it. This thing looks like, hey Ash, this is my overhead light. This is the knife. right? This looks like I'm about to fuck you up with this knife. This knife, shit, let me quit playing. I rarely take it out of its case. This is a knife. Now you can tell the difference. Oh my God, it's like butter. It's like butter. Butter. Girl. So that's my cousin. When you see Queen of Becky Adoyu, that's one of my cousins. Right. You could see, I was about to say something really ignorant, so I won't say it. Right. This is a knife for your ass. But oh my God, it cuts like butter, y'all. Can y'all tell the difference when I was struggling with that other knife? I need to go get that one sharpened. I might get a knife sharpener. I mean, this knife is like butter. Oh, trust me. We don't want to have any casualties on here. We don't need me to be. But baby, I forgot how good this knife is. This knife is butter. Now I went from, oh, struggle, bust to, and I need to cut up all these and put them in a bag because I'm not going to use them all. But you know, I want to have them all cut up because I tend to like forget. Is it just me, or is like you buy stuff like this and you forget about it and it's sitting in your refrigerator and you think, oh, I'm gonna buy these peppers and I'm gonna cut them up. Okay, cool, yes, because that's what I need. This baby, who makes this? What kind is this? This was a gift though. I didn't pay for this one. This is a Mercer. This is a Mercer knife. You buy like, and sometimes, you know, like I buy stuff and then it's like produce and I forget about it. Like I just remembered I had strawberries in there. Hey Jonathan, why are you on here? Shouldn't you be asleep? You're a child. Right, and then but I forget to cut up and freeze. So, but not with this baby. Baby, I'm doing, like I said, and I need to caramelize. Girl, I don't know. Somebody gave it to me. I have no idea. It's my daughter's friend. She's finishing up culinary school, and she was able to get me this knife for a really good deal, Jenny. So I have no idea what it's for. All I know, she gave me a few knives. She gave me like two or three knives. She gave me a boning knife. She gave me a couple of things. Right. Yeah, I had, oh my goodness. Speaking of onions, let me tell y'all the deal here in Chicago. Y'all ready? The jewel here, I mean, I am like cutting through this shit like whatever. The jewel here has shallots, 10 cents a piece. Shallots, 10 cents a piece. I bought a bunch. I bought 10. Because you could never have enough shallots in your life. You could never have enough shallots. Shallots are the bougie of onions. You know, when you have some shit, oh my God, this shit is like butter. Yeah, this is one of them things you don't want to get it nowhere near your fingers. All of them. They having a sale right now. They have lemons like 10 cents. Let me not let this shit get close to my hands. They have no, but I don't go either, but they're having this great sale on. They have tomatillas for 10 cents. They had a lot of stuff for like 10, 15 cents. So for this week. Last week they had yeah, I know y'all don't have Jules. I forget who they buy though. Jules is local, but they're actually owned by another company that has a different name. Right by the mall. But oh, you don't have all these? Ooh, I'm sorry. They had What else do they have? Something else they have. Oh, tomatillos. They have Roma tomatoes. They're having a really good sale. If I had more space in my freezer, I would have bought some Roma tomatoes and made tomato sauce and froze it. Because 10 cents, that's a great deal. Um, that noise in the background. Y'all know who that is, right? Yes, she's tearing up something. She's tearing up a box. She's inside of a box right now, tearing it up. She's having a personal fun moment. She's in the box, tearing it up. All right, so let's talk about this week. We're going to talk about this week. She got herself stuck in a box. I know she's trying to figure out how she's going to get out because it done tipped up. Hey, Porch, stop it. Anyway, let's talk about this week other than the big debacle of the week. Okay, wait a minute. It's late night. I haven't put this in here. I can talk about it just a little bit. I can talk about it a wee bit. This damn knife is giving me love. Yeah, so shallots are my favorite. You know what, can I say this? Oh, she got out. Shallots are one of my favorite things because it's just such a bougie little vegetable. You know, you can have onions, you can have sweet onions, you can have medallions, you can have red onions, but then you pull out some shallots or some cipollines. Oh, I be feeling like I'm bougie as hell, because there's something about a bougie onion that makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I'm better than everybody. It makes me feel like, hey, Crimson, it makes me feel like you don't know what the fuck you doing until you had a shallot in your life. Okay. The shit that I think of in the middle of the night. Well, I'm gonna say this about that whole situation. I find the mob mentality scary. You know, hey, I find the mob mentality scary in this. Because there's such a bandwagon effect that has happened, and it's very, you know, and it just speaks on how we think as people, you know, and right, it's a garlic onion, yes. Is this a machete? Because it almost looks like one. Baby, but it cuts like one, let me tell you. The mob mentality is real. You know, and it's very scary how quickly this is avalanched. Hi, Brimmarin, yes. Right, I know, mob mentality is tribal, right? Yeah, because YouTube is saying, bitch, you trying to grow, you trying to do too much. And how dare you use the live as much as you do. Oh my goodness. Show of hands who bought the watermelon by Color Pop. Tell the truth. Did y'all buy the watermelon by Color Pop? Tell the truth. So let me tell y'all some stuff that irritates me. I know. Right. Yeah. Here's all I'm going to say. This is my last statement on this. Is that I understand, once again, well played, Tati, well played, because she's trying to do some damage control right now. I don't think when she put that out there, she had no idea how it was going to go out there. She had no idea how far reaching this was going to be. You know, she had no idea, right? I got it. Me too. And so with that, her people must have said, we got to pull you in a Yeah, she could have guessed based on what she was gonna say. She should have known. They should have known. Right. She should have known that saying these type of things would be so a damaging to him and so far reaching. You know, we live in a time where that shit, you know, where that kind of thing is just not swept under the rug anymore. So I don't really think. I mean, when they talk about it on Good Morning America and right, I don't think I don't think it was really thought through well what she did. So now she's trying to save face and pull back on that backlash from it, but you still trying not to be. But so there's this point where she's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm glad I said it," but is she really? Because this as I kept saying, right, oh yeah, Jenny, you know me. Didn't I say I don't really do the tags either? I don't really do the tags. I don't do the tags. That's just not my style. But I think that, you know, and but you know what? Let me say this. I think that this is just a moment to see how things A can get out of control, and B, when people really don't think about the far-reaching impact of something can have. You know, words are powerful. Allegations and things are powerful. And, you know, so I don't think people really think it through. They say these things and then they let it run, right? So I'm like, I think this is like something that people should really look at. Now, of course, most of them won't because they're young, and it, you know. But I think that, and was my whole point in it, is that you are too old to be doing this. She's just way too old for this, and it was just a right. It, you know, and it should have been dealt with privately, and it was not her job to put. See what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if somebody has said, you know, this is what he did to me or whatever, and wanted to come out with their own story, that's one thing. But just like I don't believe that bullshit about that waiter in Seattle, because he getting his little 15 minutes of fame. But I'm saying that it wasn't hers. Hey, hey, hey. So the best she should have said, you down to the VFW. She should have said, the most she should have said is that due to some, you know, problematic behavior of James, you know, and I really, you know, I want to deal with this on a private level. Really, right now, I'm pushing back from anything like that, you know. But once again, if people would look at the timeline of her reveal, of her revelation, it was all in reference to him not dealing with her on a business level. So all of this was a temper tantrum that got out of fucking control. Let's just be honest about it. You knew this stuff was going on. You were complicit in his behavior for years. And now all of a sudden you're mad. And it started out with your rant about him promoting a vitamin. And you even mentioned it in it. You know, and he did this. So ultimately, this was about you being pissed off because he promoted your no, not her job at all to do what she did. Exactly, Michelle. You know, then so that's the reality of it. So to pretty it up and clean it up and everything is bullshit. She did it out of spite. Exactly, she was being a petty Betty, and she thought this is gonna really hurt this motherfucker. Oh, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Oh, he gonna see. Here's how this went down. This how this went down. Let's talk for real talk, like people. This is what went. Oh, this motherfucker. I done all this shit for him. I done this. She done ran down everything. I've done this, and the other for him. And he's gonna sit up here and promote these pills against and I'm his friend, and yada yada yada. Right? Now, and I'm gonna fuck his ass. I'm gonna tell everything I know about him. Fuck this shit. No, No, and see, let me tell you what else fucked her up was when Gabriel Moore got involved with that shit. Because Gabriel Moore broke her ass down. He was like, shit was transactional, y'all. He was like, she was getting something out of the deal too. So to act like you were doing him such a big favor, come on, no, no, I think he did, but not like that. See, here's one thing: if some people came forward that he harassed, then that's their story to tell. And to say that that he's harassing me and that's one thing. If this is your personal thing, but that wasn't hers, and it wasn't bothering her until he did that. Yes, he needs to, and this isn't even about being humbled. This is about being told this is problematic behavior. You do not treat people like this, and so on and so forth. But that shit, no, that was not cool at all. Listen, no, she knew exactly she knew what she was doing, but she didn't expect the snowball effect. Because I'm telling you, she better be glad whatever happened. Oh, okay, yeah. I think he should have stayed out of it. Stacey, look, I think he should have stayed out of it. I think Jay Star should have stayed out of it. See, like I said, and I'm going to say it again. How the fuck Jay Star going to say anything about what he's done because he's done it himself? That is some behavior in it that I know of about that people do. So, and let's not forget, wasn't Nathan straight before he got him? So didn't he flip a straight guy? Come on. Right. Exactly. He wasn't right. He could have stayed out of it, but he told the truth. Right. So, as I always say, once again, I'm not a JC fan. I'm not a Tati fan. But what I am going to tell is the truth about it. And yes, JC is problematic. We know this. But, 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 you know what I'm saying? It was some bullshit. So now let's go back to the knife. And now we go back to the knife. Oh, let me just tell y'all what I was going to tell y'all though, for real. Now that we off that conversation. I cannot stand when I do things like this. When you do things where people when you do things like this, people say the stupidest shit to you, right? So, I'm doing ramen night tomorrow. It was a gift, Bryn. So I don't know where it came from. I am doing what's called ramen night. And it's when I do gourmet ramen and I sell it. And normally in my old place, it was a pop-up restaurant. So we would have on Saturday nights. No, I do not. However, I can send you sauces because people have been trying to get these recipes from me for a while. I can send you sauces, and I can you can actually buy sauce from me, and you can buy there's 4 things that I make. So I make I have a harlot spice, which is it's like a curry. It's a spice mix that I make. It has curry, turmeric, a few other things in it. Yep. Only one other person has this. The only person who has my recipes is my friend's daughter who gifted me all these knives. She's in culinary school. So I do that. Okay, so I do that. It's called the harlot spice. Okay, yeah, and then I do a lemon ginger. That's not hard. I'm in my kitchen sitting at the counter, cutting up these peppers. So then I do that, and then I do what's called soba masala, which is a homemade. Hey, Carlos, which is a homemade. It's like a yakisoba with a little Indian twist to it. So it's a soba masala sauce. And then I do a green curry coconut. That's my most popular one. The green curry coconut, just people just lose their fucking mind over that one. I do the green curry coconut, and then I have a red Thai peanut one. You know, we go through this all the time. I don't know who he is, but I'm live right now, so why would I do that? So those are the flavors you can get. And then I do a lemon ginger. I do lemon ginger. Lemon ginger I can give you. So okay, so I do that. And then, you know, the way it works is I have some called Harlot bowls, which are like my personal bowls that I make for myself when I make it, of each flavor. So I've created one that's like, you know, so in case you don't know what you want to do, you could just say, oh, I want a Harlot bowl with this type of protein or whatever. But I also have just a full menu, and you can choose your sauce, you choose 4 vegetables, and then you can choose proteins or add-ins or anything like that that you want with it. Okay, so normally it has been a normally it is right, utilizing my island, girl. I knew I needed an island, Michelle. I was aware that I was deficient. I knew I was missing something in my life, and I knew it was an island. But so anyway, now this one lady contacted me. Now I have the invite up, and it says pickup only, because, as you know, what I'm gonna start doing, which is I'm trying it out this time, and plus I just moved, so what I did was I invite people, don't know this, right? Is that I invited some of my best customers, and I'm calling it Chef's Table. So, because I have enough room back here, so it's gonna be like the Chef's Table, so they can come and have their ramen with me, because I know they're not gonna trip, because my house isn't perfect, and they have always been really loyal customers of mine. So I gave them the option to come. It's like 8 people. I gave the option to come and eat with me, right, while I'm cooking, which I thought was kind of cool, So, but now that's a private thing, but on the actual event, it's just a pickup event, right? So this one lady, she contacted me and was like, she wanted to, order. And I said, okay, no problem. So she sends me these convoluted orders, first off. So I had to call her to, ask her to clarify her order so I could, put her on the list. And she's like, oh yeah, we're dining in. Now that tells me you ain't read shit. You ain't read a damn thing, because I've said pickup, ramen pickup night. Pickup night. Put that in there. And I said across it, this is a pickup only event. Right. So I was like, oh, no, you're not. Mm-mm. So the people that and I said, now, if that's a problem, I can refund your money, but no, you can pick it up and y'all go eat wherever you want with it. So she's like, so then she's talking to me, and I'm trying to clarify these orders, right? And then she tells me that one of the people in the background goes, yeah, and I want spicy cheese on it. What in the entire hell is spicy cheese? Yes. I was like, no. No, there's no. You feel free to put some cheese on your soup if that's what you want to do, but there's no cheese in ramen. Fuck. And the other thing was, they kept saying, the ladies on the phone, she's like, yes, and they don't want whatever they were asking for. Right, and then they're like, yeah, and we don't want any curry in our food. I said, well, this is the one you can have. Here are the 2 that don't have curry. Right? I'm like, here are the ones that you can have that don't have curry. But it's not like one of these things, like if you're buying something like this, if it's a spice and it says curry in the spice, I can't take the curry out the spice blend for you. If it's a green curry fucking coconut, part of it, the main ingredient is the green curry. If it's a red Thai curry, see where we going with this. If it says curry, Go the fuck away, people. Right. Yeah, but they want it, but they don't want it to have curry in it. Okay, well, this is what you're going to get then. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get that. So then, now that's one thing that annoys me. But now, you know, of course, I give a deadline because you got to pay in advance. You know, we ain't doing that whole thing. Right. Hi, Chana. You know, it's like, so I also, you know, have a deadline. You must pay by this day. You must order and pay by this day. Or you do not have an order with me. Let's just be clear on this. You ain't got no fucking order until you, you know, you pay me. So, how many people, why did I have people calling me today? They've already placed orders. Hey, can I add to my order? Luckily, these are people I know. I talked to them in a couple of my. I was like, okay, yeah, I can fit that in because you know I'm shopping, but I cussed their asses out. I was like, you don't do this shit again. I said, when I give y'all a deadline, and you did good, but at this point, no, you cannot. You know, no, mm-mm. And the only reason why I did is because like, but see, the thing was. Michelle, the stories I could tell y'all about doing this. Like, for instance, when I, you know, this is a little different, of course, but when we were doing it at my old place, like I said, it was a pop-up restaurant. Don't you even think about jumping your ass over here, girl. I might have a moment. No, because I got this machete in my hand. Don't you do it. I'm sorry, we're having a moment. Can y'all see her? Y'all can't see her. Yeah, I'll let y'all see her. Y'all see her? Messing with me. Okay. Hi, Susie. Okay, so when I used to do it at my house, right? I think Lisa, Karen, and Ladessa, y'all came in, and remember I had already done it the night before. I had done it the night before, so you know my house is like, I have tablecloths and I have all this stuff. You know, when I do ramen night, when I do I almost did my finger. When I do that, I do it right. You know, tablecloths, everything. I have special bowls for that night. I have you know, Asian soup spoons. It's ramen night, right? Do you know I had to tell folks that y'all need to tip? I'm not doing it like I was doing it every month. I had it once a month during the season, which is like from October to about April. But I had to announce, because now mind you, it ain't like you coming into my house like the soup Nazi and you stand at my fucking kitchen and you scream out and I hand you a bowl, you keep it moving. No, when you come to my house, it was a restaurant. You come, I have a hostess, a friend of mine will help out. She will seat you. Yeah, you know, you got glassware. I got a bartender. She's serving your drinks. You know, I've got 2 people, you know, in the kitchen helping to cook. I am, you know, front and back. And we really doing this shit, right? I had to tell these motherfuckers, you know, just like any other restaurant, this is a restaurant. You are being served. You sit in my house and it is a restaurant. So you tip like you in a motherfucking restaurant. And I shouldn't have to explain that to you. Okay. I can get away with it because it's I don't do it I don't have like a set schedule and stuff. So it's kind of like under the radar. So you can get away with pop-up restaurants like that because A, it's in my residence, and B, I don't do this all the time. So I can get away with it. That's how you get away with it. Because pop-up restaurants, technically, they really don't mess with, you know. Unless you're like doing something, you know, serious, you can get away with it. Now, let me tell y'all what I'm thinking about doing. So let's talk about this. Let me tell y'all my latest. So, and I mean, I really had to say that shit. Like, y'all come in here, and I mean, people would be in here. This was the irritant. This was the interesting thing. I mean, these motherfuckers would be there like they was for real in a restaurant. Excuse me, can I get another glass of water? Shit like that, right? But, and you want water? Okay, we got you some water. You know, we take care of you. And y'all don't understand that. I had to put that in there. And we had to have put the money in there. You know, we had tip cups in there. We put $1 in each to make sure these motherfuckers put your fucking tips in there. Send a tip if you paying with Cash App. Shut up. Well, you know what? See, we in Chicago, a lot of people ain't licensed in the way they should. Because, you know, they got bigger fish to fry in Chicago. So you can get away. I mean, like, for instance, years ago, I knew a lady who had a whole event space in her basement. She rented out her basement for events. And she had it all. She had the whole setup. Because I went to a baby shower there one time. I was like, this is a slick little move right here. City didn't know shit about it. Yeah, see, you can get away with a lot of stuff because Chicago's such a big city. Yeah, so I was just like, so here's my latest obsession, y'all. I'm obsessed with empanadas. But I don't want to get the dough. I'm going to buy the frozen dough because I'm too lazy to make the dough. But I'm obsessed with empanadas now. So just know that's going to be my latest obsession. Gourmet empanadas. You know, a good knife when you could just put it in there and move it around and let it cut up the stuff, dice it up a little smaller. That's when you feel like you're really doing some shit. Right, yeah. Yes, girl, with some shallots in it. Well, I'm thinking about doing a dessert empanada because I did go get me some some shells. I didn't get the ones with the turmeric in them that are more for savories. I want to getting the white ones, which you know you can use for sweets too. So if I have the time, I might grab me some. I think I'm gonna do like, and I don't have time to make a mango chutney because yes, I have made mango chutney myself. And if I actually make them, I might do a mango chutney. I'm gonna try it out and then see if I like it. But I think I'm gonna do a mango chutney, like cream cheese one empanada. That'll be kind of cute with ramen. So it'll be like a mango chutney. Girl, Chana, you know who actually has them? Target carries them. That's where I got mine. Or if you have any Hispanic like produce places in your area, look there because they usually have, because Goya makes them. Because I gotta go to get the other ones from there. Right. Exactly. Well, you know what? Once I do this, I'm gonna make a decision about it because I might do the chef's table thing. Yeah, they make pre-made empanadas, but they also make the dough. Check. I got mine at Target. Check Target and go on the Target website. Look for the Goya empanadas, and they'll tell you if you can get them. Oh yeah. Listen. I have done a whole. I've done sit down dinners like 4 or 5 courses. Let me see what I had. I had appetizer, salad, main dish, and dessert. 4-course dinners in my old house. Sit down dinners put together. That's why I got all this damn shit here for people. So I am a firm believer in the illegalities of it. So yeah. And then my friend, when we were doing them, she was creating drinks. We had specialty drinks at ramen night that she created for the ramen night. We had water moccasins. She used to do water moccasins. She made up these. Oh, we had no the when Black Panther came out, we had Black Panther shots. We had it all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I can get away with this. All I can do this. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna try that tomorrow. I'm gonna grab some chutney when I go to the store tomorrow and get some cream cheese and do just a a nice cream cheese mango chutney vibe, and then bake it in there, because I can make those real quick and bake them. So I'm gonna take one of them because I bought like 5 or 6 of them. So I'm gonna see, because that's my latest obsession is empanadas. And then they were so good, Crimson. And then I think I'm gonna do, y'all ready? I think I'm gonna do, because I actually did this, but I didn't do it as an empanada. I'm gonna do a spinach with the little shallots with the little goat cheese in it. Yes, yes, and a touch of balsamic vinegar. They're similar to calzones but smaller. They're similar to calzones but smaller. They're more bite size. They're more hand size than calzones. Calzones are so big. They're a little bit smaller. Yeah. Right. They're like a cross between a calzone and like an egg roll kind of vibe. But yeah, so my next obsession is empanadas. Ew. But I think if I do this and I see how I can do it, I might do the chef's table here and there of things, because that gives me a way to, because I do like food and I like the cooking process. Let me tell you something. My best cooking day was in my old house, was on one of my dinners. Me and my friend's daughter, Tamia, her name is Tamia. Me and Mia made risotto, perfect lemon risotto for 20 people. Oh yeah, girl, yes. We made perfect lemon risotto. 2 batches. We made these huge batches and they came out perfect. They were perfectly lemony. They had the Parmesan in it. It was nice and creamy. There wasn't too much. It wasn't that crunchy vibe when it's not cooked all the way. They were perfectly done. The risotto was so good. I was so proud of myself that night. I was so proud because it was like, okay, I want to do this risotto, but risotto is such a delicate thing to make, and to make it for a large crowd. But we made it happen. I have 2 cast iron big pots. I have a stock pot and I have a Dutch oven. Baby, we was in there like this. It was so hilarious because if you know how to make risotto, you have to stir it, and then you have to keep the broth boiling, warm, and then you're pulling it in. And I'm like this, and we had it timed. It was like, okay, next ladle, and we was ladling it, and so we would ladle it together, and then we would stir and stir, and then we would ladle it, because you stir as it, and then it absorbs it, and then, girl, I was like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't fucking Chef Gordon Ramsay at that moment. That was a really nice meal. That's one of my because that one was lemon risotto, and then they had a stuffed chicken breast with a spinach and goat cheese filling. So that was their entree, and this was my first one. It came out really nice. I was so proud of myself. But yeah, so I'm thinking, like, if I do keep doing this, I might do the whole chef's table. It really is. Oh no, risotto is very difficult to do. It's really about the timing and the patience to stir it right. You never had risotto? Oh my goodness. Michelle, you're going to have to go to a restaurant and have risotto, a good risotto. Basically, risotto is just a really creamy rice dish because it's arboreal rice, and it just absorbs the liquid so nicely. So nicely. If you ever go someplace and they have risotto, try it. But you gotta go someplace where they really know how to make risotto, because risotto can go bad real easy. Because you have to, the way it works is that you have to know what you're doing, because the trick to risotto is yeah, because you have to have it in a good one, because if you don't, it will mess you up. Because the trick to it is that you have to stir it, and you have to add in your broth for it, and cook it not too fast, because if you cook it too fast, it'll absorb it, but it won't cook the inside of the rice. So when you bite into it, it's crunchy. So it has to be creamy. There's a certain consistency to good risotto, and if you get some good risotto, oh my God, it'll change your entire existence. When I got a big ass bag of them. Oh, see, yeah, and if the waist staff tell you it ain't great, you don't want to taste it. Oh, I know. I was just, in case somebody didn't know. Somebody who watches the replay. Yeah, yeah. If they don't know what they're doing, you'll be real mad. It'll be like, this is what they talking about. Oh, this shit. Oh, okay, never mind. I never want to eat that again. You be like, no, thank you. I don't need that bullshit in my life. Keep that shit to yourself. Keep that shit to yourself. Don't be outing her now. Don't be outing her now. I'm chopping sweet peppers, red, yellow, and orange. Right, she part of the CIA. But yeah, that bra would yeah, so it's just but when you do these type of things, it's so interesting. So yeah, my next adventure is going to be an empanage. Y'all know I can make I used to make chocolates, right? Did I tell y'all that? Did I do yes, and only because I really followed the directions and I took it really slow. And it came out really good. I was pleasantly surprised with myself. I used to make chocolate truffles. I used to have a chocolate company. You all know the story. It was part of it was one of the casualties of my marriage was that. Right, yeah. Honey, they are really, yes, they are nuts. How much did they pay? Michelle, how much did she pay for the house? Yes, I made truffles. Yep, I made truffles. My biggest sellers were the truffles. I have to see if I can find. I didn't tell you what I thought I did. I'm gonna start making them sometimes. I'm starting, you know, it's interesting as I've moved further away from my end of my marriage, the more I am full circling back to who I was. Like, you know, really being into makeup and to skincare. That's who I was before then. And yeah, so when I was with him, I did have a chocolate company for a while. I used to do farmers markets and stuff during the summertime. And I had, you know, and private orders and things. And I was, you know, it was like, the thing is like when you're doing those things back then, and it was like the early 2000s, it's like before the internet. Like if I had started it and the internet the way it is now, I probably still would be doing it because I could have created the social media presence that I needed to really sustain it. But it died as part of the issues that we were having at the time, and everything just, like, you know how it is when shit goes bad, you know, you just kind of like step away from everything. It was to the point that there was like one of my, and it was one of my smaller, I didn't really even make that much money at this one place, farmers market. When they called me up and was like, you know, they had a new manager there. Okay. um and I was like, well, no, I'm no longer making them anymore. This woman, they pleaded with me. They were like, look, could you just come up to us? Because, you know, the people who come to, they mentioned you. We've had people mentioning you. And we would like, all right, girl, I ain't mad at her. But I mean, that's kind of not that much for them. Um, you know, 3.4 million here in Chicago would get you land. You'd be living out in the suburbs with an acre or two. It would not be those type. It would be serious. 3.4 million in Chicago would almost get you like a $10 million house out there. But yeah. So I used to make. Let me see. Let me think of the flavors I made. Do you know who Vosh? Right. Do you know who Vosh Chocolates is? That's a company out of Chicago. They make really artisan chocolates and things, and people used to compare me to them. So my flavors were, I used to do what did I used to do? Okay, so I used to do the traditional flavors. Oh, hell no. I used to make, of course, I did an amaretto. I did the raspberry liqueur. I did a Merlot one. I think I had a Merlot one. I had, you know, the regular flavors, and then I had Asian ones. So I had how did I start? Same way I started ramen. I happened to go up in Michigan. Yeah. Oh man. So the ones that were the most popular were my Asian ones. I had one that was a chai spiced one, and it was that the chai spiced one, and it was and I always use like deep chocolates, of course. You know, I use a combination bittersweet and semi-sweet for a lot of, or straight bittersweet. So it was a chai. I had a chai spiced one, and then I had one that was cardamom, cloves, and something else, ginger. That was one. So it was like it was, and then it was it had no, that didn't have glasses. Oh, it had candy ginger on top. And then I had one that was a Chinese five spice. That was the milk chocolate one. It was with Chinese five spice and black sesame seeds on as a garnish. Those are my most popular ones. Those are my Asian ones. So yeah, we can be friends. And so the way I wound up starting doing that was because I went up to Michigan to wine tasting, and I was at this one winery, and there was like this little place, and I think they're still around. I think they were called the Secret Garden or something. But anyway, it was little it was this little house, and they had their little business, and it was truffles and stuff. And so they had said, oh my God, their truffles are so good and everything. And so we went, and I wasn't impressed. I was like, this is what they said, is this good? And how much she making these things? So I was like, I want to make some. And so I went home and I started playing with recipes until I figured out how to make them. And so that's how I learned how to make them. And so then I was also making, my other popular thing was I make honey caramel. See you, Crimson. Good night. And then I used to make basically turtles, but I make honey caramel. That's what B uses in her recipes now. You gotta go too. I'm sorry, Jenny. See you later. Thank you for hanging out. So yeah, I just started making them. You all have a good night. I know it's late. I got y'all up late at night. Y'all, girl, I understand. You go on and knock out if you do. I love you. I love you, Michelle. I love you, Michelle. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna cut this up, and then I'm not gonna cut up onions. I didn't make pralines. Because for some reason I didn't make them. I know how to make them, but that wasn't something that I had gotten into. I was strictly about the chocolates, and pralines are more about the just the sugary sweetness. Hanging in for now, okay. But yeah, so yeah. And so I used to make 3 different ones. We did macadamia nut ones, we did pecan ones, of course, and then what was the other ones I did? Maybe almonds? Yeah, I did almonds. So we did almond ones. That's why B can make all this stuff. Because everybody be trying to figure out how she can make, because B makes suckers, you know. And everybody like, oh, how'd she do it? Because she knows how to work with sugar. Because sugar is scary. You can fuck yourself up. You can burn the shit out yourself with some sugar. Especially like when you're making caramels and stuff, it's very precise work. You gotta know exactly what you're doing working caramels, or you will crystallize it and mess it up. What are you doing, Porch? What's the problem? I am not going to cut onions on here because I will not be on here looking like I'm dying. Ooh, but that would be some good clickbait if I did some onions and then took the picture and then we clickbaited it. No, I can't make the vanilla candy because I didn't like it. No. Well, you can't find it now because they really don't sell it in the stores like I used to be able to get it. I used to get guitarred chocolate chips to work in. And I will say this, if you're trying to make something like truffles, don't buy the solid, because they say, y'all get solid chocolate. Nope, just get your damn chocolate chips. You get you a good quality chocolate chip, you're in like land. But anyway, I used to use guitarred. Ghirardelli's is a good alternative if you're trying to make something with chocolate and you want a high quality chocolate from the store. Go get you some Ghirardelli's. Girl, you done lost your damn mind. You better go sleep someplace. That bitch, I'm sorry, she jumped on my stove. She knows better. Sorry. My bad. Don't play like that. Okay, so anyway. Right, she is, because she knows better. Because she knows those places are off limits to her. So right, she is getting used to it, and I understand that, Karen, because she's tried to get on the island. Right. Right. You know what they have here? If I have time this summer, I'll try to go there and see can I film a little bit if they'll let me film. We have the gummy bears. What's a big gummy bear company? Oh no, you cannot have porch. Um, I mean, she get on my nerves sometimes, but I still love them. Yeah. So, hey Kelly. So yeah, yeah, I should. You know what? I should cut up some onions one day and then set up and do a clickbaity picture so I can look like. Hey, did y'all see the makeup struggles is no longer on YouTube? And she did a bye bye video. I'm gonna wait for y'all to say something. I got something to say. I don't know if she's taking down her content, but she did a, she was leaving a YouTube video. It would be stupid to take down. It would be stupid to take it down because she's monetized. She can still make money off of them, even if it's a small amount. You know, I wouldn't do it. I leave the bitches up to for posterity. All her videos are gone? Are they gone? Sugar Bear. No, not Haribo, but what's the other company? I can't think of the name of them. I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, but they're here. Right, she's taken stuff down before. Okay, so I kind of get where she was going because she's on IG, and honestly, IG you can create more of a you can no, it's not Black Forest. What the fuck are these called? And if I say them, you'll know them. They're at Disney World and stuff too, and I can't think of their name. I'll have to think about it. Remind me that I will remind you. One day I will go and you'll see a picture on my community page. These are the damn gummy bears I'm talking about. But anyway, whatever company I'm talking about, and I have to think of it. They have their company is in Indiana where they make them, and I've gone there, and they have every fucking flavor of gummy bear. It is intensely ridiculous. Oh my goodness, that's when I was okay. So that's when I was doing some other stuff. I know y'all gonna be like, "Damn, Lou, what do you do?" I've made sangria and sold it because, well, my shit is like intensely flavorful and you will be drunk. Sangria. So I was making sangria, and then I started making adult freeze pops. And so I was doing this like kind of like tropical kind of vibe. But there you can buy individual flavors of gummy bears. So they have watermelon, they have kiwi, they have mango, they have every flavor that you want, and you can buy them individually by the pound. Pineapple, the regular kinds too, but those two. It will take you to a new place. I'm just telling you right now. You'll be like, this is what gummy bears are. This is the gummy life. I didn't know what the gummy life. I think that's the name. I'm gonna have to look it up. It is, and I can see the bag too. It is something. Damn it. Damn. Yeah. So I was infusing gummy bears. So I would do I would have the gummy bears in the freeze pops. So they would be the freeze pops, and then they would have the gummy bears in them. They were good. So, yeah. No, Blomas is just this is in Maryville, Karen. They're not in Chicago. Albanese. It came to me. Damn, it took me all forever. Albanese. gummy bears. And Albany's. So they have, and like when you go to their factory, they have, you know, little outlet, and they got all kind of candy in there. And but if you get the Albanese ones and you go in there, they have every flavor. They have strawberry gummy bears. They have every. It's just like a huge amount of them that you could just pick out. Oh, I never give out my trade secrets. I'll tell you what I do. I won't tell you how I do it. Okay, so the peppers are done. I'm really proud of myself right now. Y'all don't know how proud I am about this. Because I always forget the peppers. Whenever I've done ramen nights, this is the last thing that gets cut up. Because I always forget the peppers. Oh, you know I'm going to cut up? I'm going to cut I'm going to cut up my, what's this thing called? Cabbage. I need to cut this cabbage. Because, that's the last thing that always gets cut. Is the damn cabbage, because I always forget to cut the cabbage. Isn't that a satisfying sound? Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that cut? That is such a satisfying sound. Just makes you go, yes, I have accomplished something in life. This knife and me have accomplished quite a bit tonight. We are accomplishing things. We have become one. And this isn't even the one I normally use. The other one I use is more of a Santoku style that she gave me. And it's super sharp too. But yeah, Michelle, don't forget to send me that link for the knife sharpener. Because I need it in my life. Look, and the funny thing is I had decided I wasn't going to do these anymore. So I got rid of all of my notes, like my portion control, because you do have to have portion control when you do stuff like this. So I gotta like rewrite it to remind myself my portion control on like my add-ins. Me and that knife. So like I know what I do on I know how much I do here. Because I learned how to. My first ramen night was hilarious though. Oh my god, my first ramen night, I was just making ramen for myself, right? And I would like every once in a while post a picture because I'd be like, witness the ramen, yay! Because that was when I was really getting into ramen, just for me personally, and so people were like, oh, that looks so good, oh, that looks so good. I was like, you know what? I could sell these bitches. I could sell bowls of ramen. I could do this. So that's how ramen night began. And so the first night I didn't think it through, right? So I'm just, I'm doing ramen night. Come over, order some ramen. And then I only had two types. I had the lemon ginger and the heartless spice because I had created the heartless spice. That was before I did the other stuff. And so I did and invited all these people coming to my house. It was just me. It was just me. I had anybody to help me. It was just me. So I didn't think that through. Like, how am I going to take orders and cook this ramen? So luckily my friend Ron was there, and then he was out there. Got it, Michelle. And he went into my front and started taking the orders for me. Because I'm trying to figure out, because at that point I'm going, so how you going to do this? How are you going to take the orders and cook the ramen? Ah, shit. Okay, back. Whew. Okay. And let me tell you, I hate, like for instance, I really can't stand when people, when you do stuff like this, when they give you the reasons why they can't do it. Like, this one chick, she always, whenever I say I'm doing ramen or something, she'll like, yes, put me on the list. And then when it comes down to it, she always sends me a message like, oh, I don't have a ride to you, or I can't get to you, blah, blah, blah. I feel like she think I'm going to say, well, girl, let me work on getting you your food. Okay, well, I'm sorry, you won't make this one. What you want me to do? And I hate when you do events on like, when like, for instance, you put up a party or something. What I really can't stand, what the people who have to post in your party on a like a comment, oh I'm sorry, but I will be out of town that weekend. I don't give a fuck. Just say you ain't coming. Don't fuck with my vibe and put, you know, messages about your life on my shit. I'm just saying. Like you, I think you, cause like whenever I do that and I want to apologize to somebody, I will send them a personal message like, hey, you know, I really wish I could come, but I have, you know, I have a prior commitment. Or if like at the last minute, if I was planning to come, I'll do the same thing. I'll contact them personally and be like, hey, you know, I really can't come because of this, this, and the other, you know, and I'll let them know. I don't feel the need to be like in it just to seem like, oh, you know, it ain't gonna be a party without me, so let me just let everybody know I won't be there. And I'm so glad. Have you noticed there's been a slowdown on the people on like Facebook who do their exit speeches? Side note, if it ever goes down in my group, you will know because that shit irritates me to no end. I had somebody do that shit in my other group, and it was a guy who did it. He did this whole, you know, ain't nobody talking to me. I don't feel like people. And he put a whole exit speech in my group. Baby, first off, my group was the wrong one to do that shit. And everybody, and as soon as I saw it, everybody knew what was about to go down. Yeah, because I think so many, because they got such a backlash from, because everybody talked about them so bad. Because everybody would make them damn exit speeches and nobody left. Everybody would make them, I'm tired of social media. And then 2 hours later, they posted, shut the fuck up. But this guy did it, you know, don't nobody, you know, like, I'm in here and nobody's talking to me and all this other stuff. And he did this whole exit speech, right? And you know, when they do this shit, they don't exit. So my ass helped him out, and I said, well, I'm gonna let you. I said I'm gonna let this marinate for about 5 minutes. I said, but let me just help you out. If you want to leave here, you about to be gone. Especially when men do it. Oh my God! Stop the attention seeking, you little whore. Stop it. You attention seeking whore. I mean, but guys doing it, that really just like rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, oh. But I am such a sexist when it comes to men. And I will tell men this. Don't be sensitive around me. You can be sensitive. Okay, let me say this. I don't mind emotions in a man. You know what I'm saying? I want a man who's in touch with his emotions, who if he's having a hard time or something sad, he will cry. I don't have a problem with that. I'm good with that, you know, or, you know, there's emotional moments. Oh, damn it, I'm going to have to go get another cabbage. Yep, I need another cabbage. This is not going to be enough. Nope, not at all. So I need another cabbage. Luckily, cabbages are on sale this week. You know, so I have no problem with a man who's in touch with his emotions, who can, you know, be honest with them and things like that. But don't do no shit that's real girly to me. It's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. And then you're gonna see me for the sexist that I am. And I'm gonna treat you like that. But I would never be with a man who was like, no. See, I need a man who can either fix things or pay for my shit to get fixed. I need a man who can, you know, handle my crazy ass. And I told somebody, I said, I need a man who can say no to me. And people are like, no? Yes. Every woman needs a man who can say no to her. Because who wants a man that's just always, okay, babe, okay, babe? No, I'm gonna need you to say, nah, bitch, you crazy on that one. I mean, you don't have to say it like that. But, you know, do this all wrong. Let me get this other mic on the way. You know, because I need somebody who will actually be, you know, when I need somebody to say no, because I can be off on some crazy tangent. I know who I am. Don't just let me do everything I want to do. I have a. Now, a lot of my things can be fun. But sometimes you gotta go, no, we ain't doing that shit. I'll be like, okay. Okay. All right then. You call the shots, daddy. This is the type of conversations you have late at night, right? This is the late night conversation. It just goes all over the place. It just goes all over the place. Okay, but are you mad? Right. Okay, you can get a little mad and you can pout a little bit, but you know he's right. But it only works when he's right. Now don't be telling me no just because. Right. You're right. It can't be just them. I'm just gonna tell you no. It's gotta be, you know he right because you was on some bullshit. That's the kind of no you need. You need that kind of no that says, okay, you're right. You're right. Now let's once again give a shout out to this damn phone camera. I know everybody be buying out their cameras and stuff. Why are you? Because I took a nap. Okay, let me tell you the truth. I fell asleep about 7:15. And then B came in about 10-ish and gave me some chicken fried rice. And so I was like, and so you know how you're up, Danny? Baby, is this not, let's just give a shout out to this S10 camera. This is one of this bitch is clear. I don't need a DSLR. If I'm paying this much for this phone, I'm gonna ride it till it breaks off. So anyway, Danny. So I was up and I was sitting on my phone and yeah, exactly. I mean, really, and really, this does have the apertures that you don't have, that you can actually do DSLR stuff with it. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna let it autofocus. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. So, but I do need to, so now that I'm back and I'm, you know, almost all together, I do need to do some videos. I will be doing a skincare video in the morning. I won't have time really to put on makeup tomorrow. I was gonna try, but it's not gonna happen. I'll probably have a Sunday premiere, but it'll be, I have to do it Sunday morning. But I have so much new stuff. What should I play with first? If y'all saw the Viva La Hat bag, y'all know it's gone crazy up in here. It's all Danny's fault though. I heard Danny got all that stuff. I heard Danny got all that stuff on from Sephora, and I felt like I was behind the times. Thank you, Chana. I appreciate it. What am I most excited? I don't know. I'm oh, with the glitters, yeah, I don't know, Karen. It's so much of it. I know, okay, so like I do know that I'm probably going to do side by side with I do know I want to do the side by side of the Juvia's Place and the Sweet Talk, like we did the swatches, because you know I did notice that. The Tarte C palette, yeah, the High Tides palette, yeah, I might have to do that one too. And the visor, right? I forgot about the visor. I mean, and the watermelon's coming, so I got a lot of stuff to play with for a while. So, and with me moving, I have not hardly put on any makeup because I finally had to get it out. I finally pretty much got it all out. Why am I still looking for all of my? Why am I still looking for all of my concealers? I have them in a box. I have my primers and my concealers in this little box that I was keeping. And I know I packed it and it's in something, Baby, yes, I will have to do a palette week. Yeah, I might have to, because right, Tara loves Bizarre. I know she does, because she kept telling me, you need to get it. You need to get some Bizarre, Lou. You need to get some. And I like those because they're tiny, and that was my way of trying it out. And, I get a nice size. So I'm going to try, I'm definitely excited to try those out. The Bizarre ones. The Tarte ones. The Tarte ones I love too, though. Those Tarte, like Danny was saying in the comments, is that I love the minis because you can actually feel like you're using them. Is that people talk about Tarte, but Tarte really has quality products. And Tarte knows their customer. Tarte does all of those neutral kind of stuff because that's who their customers are. And really, people do want neutrals. And I said I didn't have enough neutrals. Now I got neutrals. And that Icy Vetch in person is so much. Everybody was talking all that shit. That's a cute palette. I'm sorry. Y'all sleeping on that. People sleeping on that little blue palette. See, exactly. Cause that Tarte Icy Vetch, it is nice for $24. And I like the fact, like I never, of course, we know I'm not a shade tape person, but I love my Tarte blushes. I love my Tarteist Pro, and let me tell y'all that Tarteist, yeah, that Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. And I like the Tarteist Pro palette. And like I've always said, that's a really, I need to do beginner palettes. The Tarteist Pro palette is a really nice palette to begin with. The Tarteist Pro palette. Now I still been trying. I keep forgetting to get their bronzers. And I mean their highlights are nice. I have one. I don't really use it a lot. I don't know, because when I bought it, I was just getting into highlighters, and the color is which blush palette? The Pro. Yeah, that Pro Glow is nice. I love that Pro Glow. I do know I want to do something about. Well, if nothing else you can do with it, Bryn, is use it for your eyeshadow, like an eyeshadow base, the primer, because that's what I use mine for. It's just, it just is too dry for my under eyes. It's too dry. It makes my under eyes look just way too dry. You might be getting half a cup of cabbage. Might be getting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do half a cup of cabbage. I gotta count out how much cabbage I actually need, because I tend to overbuy and overhave, when I'm doing things. Now, I still have not used it. I still haven't used a concealer because I didn't like the foundation that much. And let me say, it's not that I didn't like. It was a good foundation for what it was, but it was just too matte for me. So even though it's a good foundation, and it was too orangey yellow. The undertones are way too orangey yellow for me. So I was having a hard time finding a good match on the foundation. So I left the concealer alone. Now, no lie, I'm loving that Milani concealer. That Milani concealer is a dupe for the Tarte. I mean, not for the Tarte, for the Too Faced one that I love. Okay, so now you're making a big old mess. You're going to be sweeping the floor. I'm so proud of myself. These are the things that I always forget to cut. Yeah. I think the Pro palette is coming in Bossy Lush. Yeah, exactly. Girl, Kim, let me tell you. You said that. Let me just say, me and my son were talking about this today. Me and DJ were talking about this. He came by. Because DJ, he used to play basketball throughout high school, and, from up through college, and he was saying, he was like, Ma, he was like, I could tell that I'm out of shape. He was like, he was on something. He was like, I'm really out of shape, right? And I was telling him, I said, yeah, son, I can tell I'm out of shape too. Because I got to figure out how I'm going to get this bike downstairs and keep it downstairs. So, because I can really see how out of shape, uh, because these stairs are killing me. I'm like, every time I go up them, I'm like, gotta go up these stairs, gotta go up these stairs. But it doesn't help that I do that all day at work, at school too, because the school has high stairs, and I go up and down 3 flights a lot on it at the school too. But man, this is killing me. So I said, I gotta get it together. So I am going to start small because I'm so out of shape for me. Like I'm so, just in general, my activity level used to be where I would walk a lot of places um, without having, especially when you don't have a car. So, man, when I didn't have my car, right, yeah, in 6 months it'll be a different story. When I didn't have my car, I would, I just walk places. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm walking. And it was before Uber. So like when I was working in the suburbs, I would get up every morning, and unless it was raining outside and I was being cheap, or if I was running late, I would walk over a mile to the train. So I would leave early. I would walk that mile, girl. And I don't know what my crazy ass was walking in the hood, sort of on Stony Island, at 6 something in the morning. I'd be leaving my house at 6 o'clock in the morning. Stop and get my Starbucks, go do my walk. Then I would get off the train and I would have to walk almost 2 miles to school. Sometimes people would see me and pick me up, because then it started getting to this point where people knew, yeah, Miss Caillouet walks down the street. But people would I would walk, and then on my way home, I would walk. Now I would take the bus home because I was tired by then. But to get to my train, I would walk another 2 miles. So I used to walk a lot every day, just walking around. My day-to-day existence was a lot of walking. And so with it having a car, I've become so lazy. And then I haven't been riding my bike the way I normally do it when it gets warm. I try to, during the summertime, ride 3 4 days a week, at least 10 miles a day, do a 10-mile run. Haven't been doing that. So this summer I'm getting it together. Now that the weather's breaking, I'm about to get it together. um yep, we still here. What, you think we was leaving? So I'm working on getting it together on that, because my activity level has been so low for me, and I feel it because I've always been like I've always been, one of those people who gets around a lot. I have got an iced tea we've got to try. I'm right back. Let me put this in the refrigerator. I bought this iced tea. It's been sitting in the refrigerator for almost 2 weeks now. And we're going to try it. All right. So, ouch, shit. I got this. This. Who makes this? This Lipton? Oh, I guess it's called Pure Leaf. This is this mango hibiscus tea that I saw. Right. Right. So this is what we're all gonna, let's do this. Right. See, so let's commit, ladies. Right. See, I'm like, I just haven't been putting that time in. Let's commit to at least walking, putting in some walking into our lives, and then go from there. Because I do know from having my studio and everything, because I used to have my studio when I had my dance studio and stuff, is because I have this whole, I told y'all I had that whole 30 days to change document that I found that I did, that we used to give out. Oh my God, this is good. I used to have a dance studio. Yeah, that's the thing. Right. And so I know that, like, for me, I'm going to start walking more because I have issues with my knees sometimes. And so that can kind of stymie me from riding my bike like I want to. So I'm gonna commit myself to walking and hula hooping. I gotta get back on my hula hoop. Oh my God, I've got to get back on my hula hoop. She just sitting here like, bitch, you have like left me alone for too long. So I'm gonna get my hula hoop. Mhm. I think sometimes, and this is from having the studio that I learned about people, is that we try to do too much too soon and then burn out, or don't do it and then we feel like failures and we don't do it, especially when it comes to fitness and things. So we'll do things like in our mind say we're gonna, do all of these things, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, when actually if you just start and do something small and build up from there, you'd be amazed how much you can get done. um, well, you know what, Lisa, with your knees being a mess, it's best to start walking, but eventually ride your bike, because whenever you have bad knees, they put you on a bike because that's a really good motion for you if you can do it. Um, but yeah, I think that's the thing. Right. But I think that's what happens is that, you know, people either go all out or they will frustrate themselves because they're not doing it and then just give up. So if you just, hey, Sylvia, if we just all say, I'm gonna, walk a few times, and then you'll see. I could wrap them too, right, and wrap them too, right. Well, wrapping your knee is not necessarily good for your knees. That's why they don't do it as much anymore, because it tends to hamper the circulation. So a lot of times they don't, if at all possible, they don't wrap your knee like they used to. Because like, of course, when I was young, when I first messed up my knee, they did. Mm-hmm. So it's like commit. So if we all commit to like starting out like walking a mile, try to walk a mile every other day or so. Just give yourself that, but don't make it so, oh my God, I didn't do it this day. And I think that's why, to be real honest with you, that's why I don't have a filming schedule. That's why I don't say I'm gonna upload. Half a mile for you is good too. And is right, or just 10 minutes a day. Or even if you cannot get out, here's an idea, and I've done it before. While you're watching TV, walk in place. Never thought about that, right? If you're watching TV, just walk in place. That'll get your cardio up, that'll get your energy up. Even if you just, and then as you're doing it, then you can put other movements in it when you're walking in place. Watching, like, start out with like maybe a half an hour show. See, for yoga, I have to go in because I want somebody to adjust me. I need somebody to adjust my ass. I need you to shift my hips and everything. But that's just me because I like yoga classes. Okay, and I do understand that with the cartilage, but let me just tell you something. You can do a lot. Okay, little stretches. Okay, I'll try that one. You can surprise yourself. I don't have much cartilage in my knee. So you can surprise yourself with it. And for that, and if you want to do chair exercise, I actually had a whole chair class, a chair fitness class that I used to teach, which makes no fucking sense that I don't do it. But I used to do a chair fitness class, and you do it all in the chair, and you can work out your entire body in the chair. So that's always a good way to do it. So like with that, will the glucosamine chondroitin help your cartilage? Um, because I know, like, I don't have much cartilage in my left knee It doesn't. I don't have much cartilage in my left knee, so I do understand. I understand the pain involved with it. So I get you, Lisa, because they took out 2/3 of my cartilage back in my 20s. So I do, and I get the, that bone scrape sometimes. Not as much. I don't know. I think I might have like regenerated some over the years, but so I do know what you're talking about. So, just take it slow and just, but you'll be amazed how walking will help. You know, if nothing else, just do the walking and just, yeah, they told me I need a knee replacement. Fuck them, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. They told me that years ago. I was like, yeah, okay, no, we're not gonna do it. Fuck you. But that's just me. And I've also been able to manage, and I don't have as much pain as I did when I was young. I go through stages with it, but mine is more about that it swells up. My knee swells up. Sometimes with my anemia and with my knee issues, it'll swell up to the point that it's hard for me to walk. But what I said this year is that I'm not going to let a little bit of pain stop me, because it never stopped me before. So I need to stop letting it stop me. I want to do water exercises. The issue with water exercises is having a pool, getting into a pool. So I'm working on finding a pool that's kind of like, not as many people in it. And then I'm going to go and do some water exercise. So I'm going to do some day passes into a few places just to check them out. And so then you walk. See, that's what I'm saying. So we need to do what we can and do more of it. But like I was saying, I think, because like for me, and y'all can tell me if this is true for you too, is that I'm not good with putting myself with schedules. Like if you notice, I don't have a upload schedule. And I know that's one of the things they tell you to do, be consistent, have your upload schedule so people know when to look for you. But I don't. And the reason why I don't is because it stresses me out. And then if I don't do it on that time, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't do it. Oh fuck. And then I feel like I'm just like a failure for that day. So what I do say is that I know what I want to get out, and I'm just gonna put it out when I do. So as my subscribers, y'all just know, fucking look for some shit every once in a while and you'll see something. But that works for me, and that actually works for me when I'm exercising. If I don't put myself on a schedule, if I don't say I'm gonna work four times a week, then I do it more often, because I'm not trying to force myself to do something. Hence why I don't do low buys. Because when I tell myself I'm gonna do a low buy, I do the exact fucking opposite. We know this. We know this. We know this. So I think that if you don't tell yourself, I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you just start incorporating it a little more, and putting it and just walking. Like I said, if hi Zakia, you're new, hello. If you I know if you watching like a show, just hi, living life's moments. Well, welcome. Make sure you subscribe when you leave. Don't leave out of here without subscribing. I think that if we do that, you'll get it done more. And that's just like simple things to do. And if I can find it, yes, chat day with a friend is good. See, for me, Jenny, I do best by myself. And I know that about me. And that's so funny, is because as chatty as I am, as social as I am, when I'm in exercise mode, I have to do it by myself. Walking, I can walk sometimes with people, but they have to be the right people. They have to be the people who will walk at my pace, stuff like that. And we can talk, but we still doing it. So I tend to, but I hate to wait for people. I hate the whole process of we're getting together and then you late and all this shit. I ain't doing none of that. So, right. So, good night, Karen.
So, yeah. So I do much better working out by myself. I just like to go and then, get my workout in and then I'm done. I don't even tell people when I'm trying to start doing something because I hate, don't you hate when like these people who are like gung ho workout, okay, all of a sudden we're working out and they talking about it all day long, every day for 3 weeks. And then you see them fall off the wagon again. Right. Now, see, I'm a chipper morning person, but I'm just saying that you always hear the people doing that. Oh, I'm working out. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym for 3 weeks. And then it's over. It is over. You don't watch me in the morning. Right, because I'm up. Like right now. What time is it? It's getting close to 1 o'clock, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'll be up in a few hours. So I need to go back to sleep. So I'm about to go to bed myself. My skin is looking pretty good, though. Oh, what the hell is on my eye right there? Oh, how about eyelash glue, Louise? How about get the damn eyelash glue off your eyes? Right in your mind. I love that. This stuff is awesome. This is this pure leaf mango hibiscus tea. Oh my goodness, this is good. Right. I think it is. If you can imagine yourself exercising, it helps. And I want to thank you all for hanging out with me while I cut vegetables. I cut the cabbage. See, so I got the cabbage done. I got the peppers done. When I wake up, I do my onions and caramelize them. I got to caramelize quite a bit. Because I always make extra because I love caramelized onions. Do you love caramelized onions? I love them in foods. No, it does. Imagining, yeah, yeah. And so we gonna have to work, baby. I love them. So I'm gonna be caramelizing my shallots and my red. And when I caramelize, I like to caramelize. Um, oh, I'm doing ramen night, Kim. So this isn't for me. Most of this stuff, this isn't for me. Whatever's left over will be for me. I'll be eating ramen. And what's funny is I never really eat ramen after I'm done. What I'm probably gonna do is I'll make me some soup, but I'll make quinoa in it. Yeah, my fancy ramen. You have to take us to O'Hare tomorrow? Are you going straight back home? What time? Just saying. Because it's the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night. It's the middle of a. Oh, no, I'll be asleep. Y'all going now? Are y'all on your way? Oh, you talking about today? Okay. I'm like, shouldn't you be in the car right now? Wait a minute, shouldn't she be there by now? Okay, never mind. I was like, where's she going? She goes a lot of places. I'm very jealous of her life. I'm real jealous of her life. Because she's on the go. I need her life. I need her life. Just a little of her life. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. My lemon ginger. Okay, I'm just gonna have to do it the old way. Right. I'm doing lemon ginger. Now I normally make my lemon ginger kind of broth in advance. I guess I could make it. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Right. I'm going to make the broth today. Yes, I love caramelized onions, but I have to do them. My way that I love my caramelized. I love red onions caramelized, um, and well, I'm gonna have to make it first thing in the morning, and I gotta see how many cups I need. That's what I gotta look at. How many lemon gingers I got going out, because that's 2 cups per serving. Ooh, roasted garlic is good too. So that's 2 cups per serving. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I can make that happen. I can probably make it in that stock pot right there. I'll just add lemon peel to it, so it'll be a little more intense. That'll work. Put some ginger in there. Let it simmer for a while and then chill it, cool it off. Okay, just had to think that through. Oh, here come the cat. Okay, come here, Portia. I know you're trying to tell me it's time to go to bed too. Look, she looked at me like, all right, yeah, come on. What's up? What's up? What's up? You can come because we're about to get off, so you might as well come on and say hi. You gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? Um. Uh. Yeah, she does. Even even if she's not necessarily sleeping. Ooh, okay. These chairs swivel. These you know this, and she just tried to step in it and started moving. She's like, what? So she okay. This is what Porsche does. No, she didn't like that motion. She's doing okay, Sylvia. She has, of course, I haven't let her out, but she's cute because we have nice size. In this place, you know that we have. You see her? Can you see her? She's right there. We have nice size sills, window sills, so she could sit in the window. So she's chill now. But what she does is she sleeps toward the end of my bed. This is how she does. She'll sleep at the end of my bed, the foot of the bed. She has a spot that she likes on the foot of my bed, which is fine. But what Porch likes to do is when I actually go to sleep, and like, you know, like normally I have things on. So as soon as it gets pitch black in my room, that's when Porch sneaks up and then tries to sleep on me. So she only tries to sleep on me because she knows I really don't like that until I'm asleep. She's figured that out. I'm really not a fan of her like being up in my face. So she only does it really late. Like so when I go in there now and I'm about to pass out, then I should do it. But normally she sleeps. But lately she's just been sleeping at the foot of the bed. So she'll just sleep at the foot of the bed and she has a little spot. I had a box for her, like a box I kept on the right, right. I had a box on the bed that was like a small box that was just big enough for her to sleep in. And for a while, sometimes if in the move, I've lost it. That's a lot of times she would sleep in that. You know, she would just sleep in her little box. I had a box on the bed for her. It was like, because she doesn't sleep on her cat bed. I bought the damn thing a cat bed. She don't sleep on it. She'll sleep on my shoes. Don't let me leave a pile of clothes on the floor. But will she sleep in the bed that I bought for her? No, no, Louise. No, I'm not going to sleep in that bed. I know you bought me that bed. I know you thought you was doing something nice for me. But no, I'm not going to sleep on the bed. I'm not going to sleep on the bed. No, not at all. Why would I ever do that? Oh, Chandler, she was like not having this place at all. We thought we lost her. We thought she got out the house somehow. We thought she some kind of magically got out the house. She was hiding in things. She was sleeping in beds. She was hiding in bins. She was up under my, and then after the bin episode, she was under my covers. I mean, she was trying to get underneath me. She was like, I'm not fit. So for 2 days, she pretty much sat under the covers in my bed. And she never does that. It was like she was under the covers. Like, you look, Portia was just under the covers. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this place. Now she's okay. She's okay now. Yeah, she's adjusting to it now. But it's a big old cats outside. She was up. But she's better now. She likes her spot. She's moving around. Like, she likes B's room a lot now. Like, in the old place, she didn't really bother B. But B has, oh my God, B has a nice, y'all saw B's bedroom. B has a nice sized bedroom. And she has the windows. So she sits in B's room a lot. She loves B's room. She be up in there just chilling. Just chilling. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody didn't tell me. This has, we've always had windows, but this one has windows with good window sills for her. So, cause like, yeah, we had decent windows in the house, but there was only the front windows where she could really sit in the windows. And actually, a lot of the windows she could only sit in them if they were open, because the window sills were so. Cause see, she's so contrary. I could buy a cat tree and she'll sit on everything but the cat tree. So I don't know if I'm gonna get her one. I've been thinking about it. It would be nice. I might be nice, but I don't know. Okay, so what do I have to do when I wake up? I need to cook the chicken, defrost the salmon, defrost the shrimp. How does she feel about what? How does B? Oh, B don't care. B be acting like she don't like it, Sylvia, but now she likes it. She likes it. She be like, she's in my room. Yeah, okay, you like it. And then, she likes it. They have this little, little relationship. So when I'm not around, she'll get, like, if I'm not home for a day, she'll be right up under B, like. But of course, I gotta get the mango chutney. I really want to try these empanadas. We're gonna see if they work out. And I think I'm gonna do like a little milk wash and do a little sugar on them. I don't like egg washes because I don't like eggs, but a nice little milk wash could work. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning here. Would I do a pop-up ramen like in other places, you mean? But that would mean, since I really don't advertise it like that, that means I would have to really, push out on social media about doing it. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just have to have I would have to figure out how to do it. How to make it happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, okay, before we go, we can talk about that right quick. I mean, that's what Darius Cooks did. Do you know who I'm talking about? Darius Cooks. He does soul food and stuff. He does his own twist on soul food. That's pretty much how he started. He started out on Facebook joking about food, then started like doing videos, him cooking food. Then he started doing pop-up, dinners all over the country, and he would, rent out a house and you pay to have dinner with him. And then he's a millionaire now. He wrote a book and everything. Yeah, Darius Cook, yeah. Do you know how he really started? Because he didn't start out cooking. Right. Oh, you have to have a commercial. Yeah, yeah. They finally got to the point that you don't. It used to be, Chicago used to be terrible for food trucks because it was like you could only sell things that were already made on food trucks. So that's why it was so hard. But now they've changed it up so they actually have regular food trucks here. But yeah, so I mean that's how he started. He started on Facebook. He used to sit in his bed and he used to do these like little funny stuff about Popeye's chicken and shit like that. Cause that's how I first saw him. He's like, Father God, please let me have this Popeye's biscuit. He would go into this voice. He was hilarious. And then he just morphed from there and started doing cooking on there, and cooking on Facebook. And then he started doing his pop-up dinners. And he would just go to a city and sell out and just, do the whole thing, have it really nice, and then go to the next city. And now he's a millionaire. Well, now that I have this space, I could do them, and I have this better camera. And because this camera has more, I have more cameras. This 10 has 3 and 2. So we'll see. Well, if I can fuck beauty. Well, what beauty and food? Beauty and food. We can have beauty and food. But yeah, so I just have to see how I can make them happen. That's all. But now that I have more space, and wait a minute, and this looks more like, a foodie kind of space to be cooking in with my little island, and, I look like that. Right, put on my makeup and say, now let's go do some cooking. Let's cook a little something. Look. Okay, y'all. That is a good idea, though. We could do some cooking. Thoughts. Well, I kind of am moving more towards, looking fine and cooking. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I haven't watched it, but I did see it's on there. Yeah. She has a nice kitchen, though. She has a really nice kitchen. A nice kitchen. But see, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I'm okay with using my phone, because my phone doesn't die as much as these damn cameras do. Real talk. I mean, if I have a decent charge on my phone, I can video for a couple of hours. If I just put it in video, I can video for a couple of, hell, I'm on here for a couple of hours. Just saying. Right. They tripped on, see? But her video, her editing is so nice. She does I love her style. It's so nice. I wish I could get like her style kind of vibe. I gotta work on that kind of stuff better. Yeah. Yeah. Because her transitions and everything, I don't know what editing program she's using, but she does a great job with it. All right, y'all, let me get off here because we're gonna keep talking. And Jenny's awake and I'm passing out. I'm passing out. And I need to do some of my hair. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jenny. Good night, Kim. Good night, Living Life Moment. Good night. Who else is still on here? Lisa and Chana and Bren. And who else is on here? Sylvia, Shannon. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? My L1D1. Okay, I will. Andrea, you've been a little quiet, girl. What you was doing? Just watching? You weren't talking to me? Oh, you didn't like me tonight? You didn't like me tonight. Andrea. That's her. I see you. All right, good night, y'all.